Hi, I'm Sayaka. I have lived with bipolar disorder for a long time in my life, and I'd like to share with you how I happily live with bipolar disorder in this channel. This time, I'd like to talk about my bipolar depression symptoms and how I deal with each situation. When I'm depressed, I get so tired very easily. I get overwhelmed by exhaustion. I get easily more tired by my regular activities. My day-to-day tasks require more effort, greater effort, like meal prepping, shower, vacuuming, keeping my apartment tidy. And even though I like to exercise very often, during the depression, post-workout recovery takes much longer. I could be stuck in bed feeling pain in all my body for 3 days after just one workout session. So I view it as the sign that depression is coming. So you see, depression isn't just about mood. It physically affects us. So what I do is I reduce tasks to minimum. I don't try to cook very elaborate meals or try new recipes, for example, and don't put too much in my schedule book. And I don't force myself to do strength training. Exercise is important to combat bipolar symptoms, but I should do it very moderately during depression. If it's doable without pushing myself too hard, then I will do it, like taking a 20-minute gentle walk on a moderate tempo. During depression, it is important to tell yourself that it's okay to rest plenty and not criticize yourself for not being able to do what you can usually do. Remind yourself it's temporary. And when I'm depressed, I tend to get reminded of my past a lot. Bad experiences, bad past, bad memories. Like how poorly I have done at school and at work, how I let people down. I go through many flashbacks of bad experiences. And I do that as if in order to reinforce the feeling of worthlessness. I just beat myself up this way, and I can feel quite worthless, and I blame myself for what I did in the past. It's a hard pattern to break, but being aware of it can. Awareness is strong. I'm not remembering my past correctly when I am depressed. When I'm depressed, I recall past events worse than they actually were. We go through cognitive distortion. This is what the negative thinking do to us during depression. So, the mistakes I am blaming myself for might not even have been my mistake or my fault. Being aware of these help us break the cycle of negative thinking. And I also think about future a lot and develop anxiety. I fear that I end up being alone or not having enough money to support myself when I'm old, thinking really, really ahead of time just to fear what's unknown. In really bad times, these led me to suicidal thoughts because there seems no future, no bright future. It's very dark, isn't it? Fortunately, this situation rarely occurs to me now, but in worse times, I felt that I had no place in this world to live or just to exist. The emotional burden can be just so heavy. I mean, the emotional burden of self-hatred and despair. I feel you. How I'd handle this situation, that would be another topic to be saved for another proper occasion. I just want you to remind yourself that there are people who love you. If you can't feel that way, say to yourself that suicide is not an option. Just keep telling yourself over and over again that this will pass. And come back to me on this channel, please. And I want to talk about excessive sleep now. On contrary to hypomania, I sleep much more than usual during depression time. I wake up normally in the morning, quite early actually, but I need to nap plenty during the day. Could be 1 to 3 hours. I don't fight the desire to sleep. My situation, work situation allows me to do so, luckily. Anyhow, we got to sleep plenty to cope with the depression and to heal. It allows us to restore the energy we've used up during mania or hypomania. Depression is actually very important in this respect. I heard actor Jim Carrey saying, "You need deep rest when you're depressed." That's pretty precise actually. Secure plenty of time to sleep. Spend all day in your bed, if on weekend, if needed, without feeling guilty. Ignore calls and messages, and you can come up with excuses later. Other than that, I lose interest in things I usually enjoy, and I feel so slow in my head. Like my brain is not functioning and my speech slows down. I don't lose appetite so much. I remain a big eater, but it's very common to lose appetite during depression. These are the things that happen during depression other than what I had just talked about. During depression, do not beat yourself up for not being able to do what you usually can do. Reduce your day-to-day tasks to minimum. Prioritize rest. Sleep plenty, rest plenty, as much as you can. Get sunlight when you're up. Keep warm. Don't get freezing cold. Because we tend to feel negative when we are hungry and cold. Very simple. Make sure you eat and stay hydrated. And remember, this is temporary. Depression will eventually pass. And when it's over, you will be able to do all the things you want to do. You will be active again. But you can never force it. It will only delay your recovery. If your family member is depressed or your loved one is depressed, please do not try to cheer him up, cheer her up. Don't criticize him for being lazy. Don't tell him to toughen up. He needs time to rest now, but eventually he will be moving again. If your loved ones have bipolar disorder, I hope this video will help you understand their struggles. And if you have bipolar and you're suffering from depression now, I hope this video makes you feel like you're not alone and gives you a little power to cope through. If you find this video helpful, I'll be very happy if you could subscribe to my channel and check out more videos. See you.